Peace, it's your man Jam C, and I want to send a shout out to the New York Knickerbockers on their win. 53 years in the making. Um, they said, people predicted in five, and their prediction was exactly correct. The Knicks pulled it out in five. I mean, I have to say, I'm impressed. I'm stunned. I think they deserve it because I think last year or the year before last, I forget what year that was, they were in the playoffs. And I actually thought they were going to go to the final, but they was knocked out. I believe they lost to Boston. It was either Atlanta, I forget the year. But shout out to them nonetheless. They deserved it. I think this was probably one of the best put together Knick teams this season, which I knew they would go as far as they did. I thought the matchup for me, I think the matchup should have been OKC versus the Knicks. I think it would have went to 7 games. However, the Spurs pulled it out. I think the Spurs lost lack of experience. The Knicks were well experienced. They had several individuals who've been in the playoffs prior to, so they were real comfortable in their win. You could tell by the adversity on the team, how the team rallied together. The bench played well. I can't say anything bad about the Knicks. The Spurs, on the other hand, got to go back to the drawing board and figure it out. They'll be back. But I think the Knicks did very well. Salute to Jalen Brunson, the MVP. I think he was the MVP the whole season, hands down. I mean, that's just my opinion. Shout out to the Knicks fans because I know y'all talk mad shit. My team made the playoffs, but they was out first round. No, second round. Sorry. But I mean, it is what it is. I think it was good for basketball, good for the East Coast, Northeast, great for New York. You get a lot of money being spent, a lot of money made during this season. Those are all the good news. Got to see your favorite celebrity. If you were privileged enough to be at the games. A crazy part is there was so many Knick fans that was never Knick fans. I mean, come on, Hov, you're a Net fan. Why you at the Knicks game now? You courtside seats. Come on, Hov. We know you're a Net fan. We know. Don't jump on bandwagons. Stay true to who you are. You're a Nets. You went out, bought the Nets. You're a Nets fan. Sit down. So I mean, like a lot of people, all of a sudden, Knick fans. I mean, come on. Don't start D-riding. Stay on your train. Don't jump on nobody else's train. I didn't root for the Knicks. I didn't root for the Spurs. I just watched one hell of a playoff and one hell of a games. I think those games was nail biting the whole time. But the Knicks rallied, and shout out to them. Salute to true Knicks fans. They say 75 basketball fans in New York. I think they said between 75% to 90% of the basketball fans in New York are all Knicks fans. That is an incredible number for everybody to be in one central location. And I think that number is not just skewed to New York. I think Jersey's in that number as well. 75% of you guys to 90% of you guys are all Knicks fans in that area. And what I also found out was the least liked teams are the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers. So basically, those are the two hated teams. Usually hated by Knicks fans, of course. But I mean, I can't say nothing unless you guys won. Y'all gonna have y'all parade. Let's have it in peace, respectfully. Let's love each other. Because right now, this championship was so dope for the hip hop culture, for one, because I'm a hip hop head. It was so dope for hip hop. It brought out all our hip hop heroes. You had the Wu-Tang Clan, you had Nas, you had Hov, you had Fat Joe, Jadakiss. I mean, and then our favorite comedians, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler. I mean, everybody came out for this. Tracy Morgan, great director Spike Lee. I mean, everybody was at the games. I mean, actors, actresses, again, I said rappers, everybody of all walks of life for entertainment was at those games. And I just like the way it rallied up, brought us all together. It was just everything that was going on outside while that game was being played and being celebrated. Outside, it was all kind of other shit going on, which was really unsafe for a lot of fans. And I just wonder, I just often wonder, other than people who are Knick fans who were at the games, what trips me out is the people who not Knick fans who was at the games rooting for the Knicks, who basically bandwagon jumpers. But again, I digress. I think that the playoffs was awesome. I just didn't like what happened after all that. After the winning was done, the Knicks got they got the trophy. They're now world champions in the NBA. And so now when the championship celebration spills outside, now you got people fighting, you got cars being broken into, you getting businesses vandalized, businesses getting robbed, business owners getting robbed and assaulted. You come outside, your car's either missing or your car's being jacked, or someone get hurt. They had attempted murders, they had shootings, stabbings. I think as young as 17 years of age, which I don't understand why a 17-year-old kid would be outside that late at night in Manhattan, especially if you don't live in Manhattan, and if you've never been in New York, that's Midtown Times Square. There are not too many apartments where kids live. I mean, it's usually professional district where professional people are, but not 17 years old being outside at that hour of the night at a championship where there's a group of people where there could potentially be danger. And there's not enough police to police those people, because you got millions of people outside, and that's in every borough of New York. So those things happen everywhere where they celebrated. There was crime. There was some sort of somebody getting hurt, and not in a way where we was jumping up and down cheering where somebody may have got hurt, but this is malicious because people pulling out guns, knives, so you could potentially getting stabbed and hurt. It's sort of like how, and if you've never been to New York, when the ball drops in New Year's, typically because there's a lot of alcohol consumed, people tend to get a little aggressive. And when you're in a crowd and they're getting aggressive like that, a fight breaks out. It's a melee now. So now people are running. Nobody's looking where they're going. So you could potentially get hit, get punched, get stabbed, get hit with a bottle, what have you. These things happen. But it's just sad because the Knicks won, and a lot of the players won for their fans. So to know that I get a championship trophy, and now I find out that somebody got shot, stabbed at the result of my victory, that bothers me. Right now, the players are like sending prayers out, and I'm doing the same, sending prayers out to all the people that got hurt, because it wasn't meant for that. They brought the championship home so that we can embrace them. And so we have to remember that when we in these large crowds, we definitely got to be careful. But I'm just going to close this show today, and I just want everybody to remain safe out here, because excuse me, it's going to be difficult. And that when that parade come, go in peace. The Knicks want to bring it back home for their fans, so they would love for you to bring it in peace. Travel there in peace. Travel home in peace. If you're not from New York, make sure when that shit is over, you get straight back on that train and get back home. If you don't live in Manhattan, jump on that train and get back to your borough safely, responsibly, and respectfully. And on that note, it's your man Jam C. Again, salute to the New York Knicks. We'll see you guys back in October, where we started all over again. Right now, your boy getting ready for football season. We up next, Super Bowl champs, my team, Dallas Cowboys. Don't hate. Salute, Jam C, and I'm out. Peace.